Can state courts interpret state constitutions differently than federal law? Have you ever wondered if state courts can interpret their own constitutions in a way that differs from federal law? This question touches on the fascinating concept of state sovereignty and how state governments operate. Let's break it down together. In the United States, we have a federal system of government. This means both the federal government and state governments have their own constitutions. The United States Constitution is the highest law in the land, but state constitutions can offer even more protections for individual rights. State courts are the final interpreters of their own constitutions. They have the authority to apply state constitutional provisions in ways that may not align with federal interpretations. This is where state sovereignty comes into play. Each state has its own legal system that operates independently from the federal government. Historically, many state courts have closely followed the interpretations of the United States Supreme Court regarding federal constitutional rights. This practice is known as the lockstep approach. However, there is a growing trend among state courts to interpret their constitutions independently. This means state courts can expand civil rights and liberties beyond what federal law provides. For example, a right guaranteed under a state constitution might offer broader protections than the same right under the federal constitution. State courts may apply stricter standards when evaluating government actions related to search and seizure, free speech, or due process. This allows states to tailor their legal protections to better fit the needs and values of their citizens. Additionally, state courts often have exclusive jurisdiction over cases involving state constitutional issues. Their interpretations are final unless a federal law or the United States Constitution is involved in a way that allows for federal review. Even then, federal courts typically do not overturn state court decisions based solely on state constitutional grounds. In essence, state courts have the power to interpret their constitutions in ways that may differ from federal law. This reflects the respect for state sovereignty within our federal system and allows for a diverse range of legal protections across the country. Understanding this dynamic is key to grasping how state government structures function and how they interact with federal law.